Hello viewers, welcome to May-June 2020 WAEC, also known as WASSCE, past questions and detailed solution. General Mathematics, Mathematics Core, Paper 1, Objective Test, questions 1 to 50, solution to 50 questions in one video. Question 1. Evaluate correct to 2 decimal places 75.0785 minus 34.624 plus 9.83. Solution. If you subtract and add, you have 50.2845. Our interest is the first two numbers after the point, so we must consider 2 8 and 8 precisely. The next number is 4. 4 is less than 5. You round it down to 0. If you add it to 8, it remains 8. So you have 50.28 to 2 decimal places. C is the correct option. Question 2. If S is equal to the set S such that S is less than 7 and Y is a set and is equal to Y such that Y is a factor of 24. These two sets are the subset of the universal set with elements from 1 to 10. Find S intersection Y. Solution. You have the universal set with elements from 1 to 10. Now, set S is such that S is less than 7. That means we have elements from 1 to 6. Then set Y is such that Y is a factor of 24. From the universal set, you write out the numbers that can divide 24. They are the factors, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. 12 is a factor of 24, but 12 is not in the universal set. So 12 is not among set Y. Now, the intersection of S and Y is simply those elements that are present in set S and also present in set Y. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. B is the correct option. Question 3. Simplify. Bracket open. You have 16 over 9 to the power of minus 3 over 2 times 16 to the power of 1, 16 to the power of minus 3 over 4. You close the bracket to the overall power of 1 over 3. Let us start with the inner brackets. Now, the first term by negative index, if you interchange the position of 16 and 9, the negative sign disappears. So you have 9 over 16 to the power of 3 over 2. While for this term, if you write the inverse of it, that is 1 over, the sign disappears. You have it in this form. From the first term, if you factor out this 3, what you have there is 1 over 2, and it means root. So square root of 9 is 3. Square root of 16 is 4. Then you have power of 3. The same thing here. If you take up this 3, you have 1 over 4, which means fourth root of 16 is 2 to the power of 3. 3 over 4 cubed is 27 over 64 times 1 over 2 cube is 1 over 8. This 1 over 3 means cube root. Cube root of 27 is 3. Cube root of 64 is 4. Cube root of 1 is 1. And that of 8 is 2. If you multiply, you have 3 over 8. C is the correct option. Question 4. Find the least value of s which satisfies the equation 4s equal to 7 modulo 9. Solution. Find the multiple of 9, that is the given modulo, that when added to 7, 4 can divide it without remainder. That multiple is 9. Multiples of 9 include 9, you have 18, you have 27, 36, and so on. Among all these multiples, the one that can be added to 7, when 4 divides it, there is no remainder, that is 9. So you have 4s equal to 7 plus 9 modulo 9. So 4s is equal to 16 modulo 9. You divide through by 4, you have s equal to 4 modulo 9. So s is equal to 4 is the least value that will satisfy the equation. D is the correct option. Question 5. Express 1 plus 2 log 3 base 10 in the form of log q base 10. Solution. Here we can apply the law of addition, which implies multiplication, if and only if this one can be turned to a log with base 10. And you know from the laws of logarithm, the logarithm of its own base is 1. So thinking along this base 10, you can express 1 as log 10 base 10. If here were to be base 8, you have base 8, you have log 8 base 8. So you always think along the existing and the given base. To apply the law of addition, the coefficient of this logarithm needs to be 1. So by power law, you can take these 2 back to become power to these 3, and that is what you have here. Since the bases are the same, you can now multiply. So you have log 10 times 3 square is 9. That is 10 times 9 base 10. And that is log 90 base 10. A is the correct option. Question 6. If 101 base 2 plus 12 base y is equal to 23 base 5, find the value of y. All you need to do here is to convert both sides to base 10. To do that, you multiply each digit by the given base and you add to the next and multiply just like that. As you are doing that, the position of each digit is assigned to the base. Considering 101, the position starts from 0 and from right to left. So this one here, the position is 0. For 0, position is 1. For 1, position is 2. So if you multiply 1 by the base 2, you assign power of 2 to it. So you have 1 times 2 squared plus 0 times 2 power 1 plus 1 times 2 power 0 plus 1 times y power 1 plus 2 times y power 0 plus 2 times 5 power 1 plus 3 times 5 power 0. Here is 1. 5 power 0 is 1. Here is also 1. Y power 0 is 1. And here is also 1. So you have 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus y plus 2 equal to 10 plus 3. If you add the like terms in the left hand side, you have y plus 5 equal to 13. Collect like terms, y is equal to 13 minus 5, and that is 8. A is the correct option. Question 7. An amount of 550,000 naira was realized when a principal of S naira was saved at 2% simple interest for 5 years. Find the value of S. From the question, amount is equal to principal plus interest. The principal is S, but interest is unknown. So interest is equal to principal times rate times time over 100, and that is S times 2 times 5 over 100, which simplifies to S over 10. Amount is 550,000 equal to principal is S plus interest S over 10. Multiply through by 10 to clear fractions. You have 5,500,000 equal to 10s. That is 10 times s here. You multiply this 10 by 10, you are left with s. If you add the right hand side, you have this result. If you divide through by 11, you have s equal to 500,000. That is the principal, the value of s. D is the correct option. Question 8. Given that root 3 plus root 5 over root 5 is equal to s plus y root 15. Find the value of s plus y. So you have the given problem. Now let's simplify the left hand side. Root 3 plus root 5, they can share root 5 in common. You can break it down, so you have it in this form. If you divide this term, you have 1, but you need to rationalize this term by using root 5 to multiply the numerator and denominator, and you have root 15 over 5 plus 1 equal to s plus 5 root 15. The left hand side can be written in this form to correspond with this. So by comparison, s is equal to 1, the term without roots, and y, the coefficient of root 15, is 1 over 5. Therefore, s plus y is equal to 1 plus 1 over 5, and that is one whole number, 1 over 5. C is the correct option. Question 9. If s is equal to 3 and y equal to minus 1, evaluate 2 bracket open s squared minus y cube bracket close. So this is the expression where you see s, you replace it with 3, so you have 3 squared. Then minus value of y is minus 1 to the power of 3. So you have 2 bracket open, 3 square is 9. Now minus 1 cube means minus 1 times minus 1 times minus 1, and that is minus 1. Minus minus is plus, so you have 9 plus 1 as 10, and 10 times 2 you have 20. C is the correct option. Question 10. Solve 3s minus 2y equal to 10 and s plus 3y equal to 7 simultaneously. You label the two equations 1 and 2. I want to solve by the method of elimination, and I want to eliminate variable y. To do that, variable y must have the same coefficients in both equations. Currently, the coefficients are 2 and 3. You have to make them to be the same. To achieve that, you find the LCM of the current coefficient 2 and 3, and that is 6. To achieve 6 from equation 1, you multiply through equation 1 by 3 and through equation 2 by 2, and that gives equation 3 and 4. Here you add because the coefficient of y, they have opposite signs in both equations. If the signs are opposite, you add. If the signs are the same, you subtract. So if you add, you have 11s equal to 44. Divide through by 11, s is equal to 4. To get the value of y, you simply replace s with 4 in either equation 1 or 2. I'm using equation 2. Where you see s, you replace it with 4. So you have 4 plus 3y equal to 7. Collect like terms, you have 3y equal to 7 minus 4, and that is 3. Divide through by 3, y is equal to 1. Therefore, s is equal to 4 and y is equal to 1. D is the correct option. Petakus Simplified Maths. If you are viewing and watching from YouTube, don't forget to subscribe for more updates from time to time. Like and share PSM videos. If you are viewing and watching from Facebook, follow and like the page for more updates as well. Also share PSM videos. Question 11. The implication or conditional statement, if s then y is equivalent to. You have various options. Because of the symbol of negation, let's have the statements s and y arranged in this form and their negation or opposite. This is the given statement, and this statement is only false when the first statement is true and the second is false. Let's examine if negation y, then negation s. By this, we are considering negation y as the first statement. You take this statement and negation s as the second statement. So let's examine the where we have first here. That's the second row. So the first statement, negation y, is true, and the second statement, negation s, is false. That means the result is false. So if the first statement is false and the second is true, you have true outcome. If it is false, false, and true, true, you have true outcome as well. So A is the correct option. Question 12. The first term of a geometric progression is 3 and the fifth term is 48. Find the common ratio. All we have is about the nth term of a geometric progression given in this form. The first term, denoted by A is equal to 3. The fifth term t sub 5 is equal to 48. At the fifth term, n is equal to 5. So you have t sub 5 is equal to first term is 3 times common ratio unknown to the power of n, which is 5 minus 1. So you have 48 equal to 3 arrow to the power of 4. If you divide through by 3, you have 64. You have 16 equal to arrow power 4. For us to get arrow, it is possible to express 16 to have power of 4, and that is 2 power 4 equal to 2 power arrow. By the time you equate the powers, you have arrow equal to 2. Or from this point, you can take the fourth root of both sides, and that will also give arrow equal to 2. A is the correct option. Question 13. Solve 1/3 times bracket open 5 minus 3s bracket close less than 2/5 times bracket open 3 minus 7s bracket close. Solution. You need to clear the fractions, and to do that, multiply through by the LCM of the denominators 3 and 5, which is 15. If you multiply the first term by 15, you have 5 times bracket open 5 minus 3s bracket close. You multiply the other side by 15. If you divide 15 by 5, you have 3. 3 times 2 is 6. So you have 6. Multiply the terms in the bracket. If you open the brackets with 5 and 6 respectively, you have 25 minus 15s less than 18 minus 42s. Collect like terms. You have minus 15s plus 42s. If you transfer this term, you have 28. Sorry, you have 18 here already. If you transfer plus 25, it becomes minus 25. If you add and subtract, you have 27s less than minus 7. Divide through by 27, and you have s less than minus 7/27. D is the correct option. Question 14. Make M the subject of the relation K equal to square root of M minus Y over M plus 1. M is under the square root sign. To start, you need to remove the square root sign from the right hand side. To do that, you simply square both sides. So you have k squared equal to the squaring of both sides removes the square root sign from the right hand side, and you have m plus y over m plus 1. To clear the fraction, multiply through by m plus 1, and you have this result. Open the bracket, you have k squared m plus k squared equal to m minus y. So let's collect like terms. You transfer minus y to the other side, it becomes y plus k squared. Already m is here. You transfer this term that contains m, you have minus k squared m. You factor out m from the right hand side, you have this result. To get m, divide through by the coefficient of m, that is 1 minus k squared, and you have m equal to y plus k squared over 1 minus k squared. So B is the correct option. Question 15. Find the quadratic equation whose roots are 1 over 2 and minus 1 over 3. To formulate such equation, you simply use the rule s squared minus sum of roots times s plus product of roots equal to 0. So you have s squared minus, this is the sum of roots times s plus product of roots equal to 0. If you simplify by finding LCM, you have this result. In multiplication, you don't find the LCM. You multiply numerator against numerator and denominator against denominator, and you have minus 1 over 6. So if you subtract the terms in the bracket under sum of roots, you have s squared minus 1 over 6 times s plus bracket open minus 1 over 6 bracket close equal to 0. Here we open the brackets, at the same time multiply through by 6 to clear fractions. So you have 6 times s squared, you have 6s squared. You multiply this term by 6, you are left with 1 times s, that is s. Plus times minus is minus. You multiply through by 6, you have 1 remaining. So the required equation is 6s squared minus s minus 1 equal to 0. D is the correct option. Question 16. Given that s is directly proportional to y and inversely proportional to z, s equal to 15 and y equal to 10 and z equal to 4, find the equation connecting s, y and z. Solution: s is directly proportional to y and inversely to z is what you have here. Now in variation or proportion, we always do away with the symbol of variation by introducing equality sign. As you are doing that, you also introduce a constant of variation, k or c. Now the reason why s is 15, y equal to 10 and z equal to 4 is to enable you find k. So you have, you simply come here and you replace s, y, z with what they stand for, and you have this. If you clear fraction, you have 15 times 4, that is 60, equal to 10k. Divide through by 10, k is equal to 6. To get the equation that connects s, y and z, you come here again and replace k with 6, and you have it in this form. So A is the correct option. Question 17. Two buses start from the same station at 9 a.m. and travel in opposite directions along the same straight road. The first bus travels a speed of 72 kilometers per hour and the second bus at 48 kilometers per hour. At what time will they be 240 kilometers apart? Now from speed, distance and time, speed is equal to distance over time. We are interested in the time here, and the distance, they are apart. So if you decide to make D the subject, you have D is equal to speed times time. st. From the journey, the first bus, the speed travel is 72 km/h. Therefore, the distance for the first bus is 72 times time, which is t. That is what you have here. The distance for the second bus is 48 times the time involved, that is 48t. If you add the two together, is equal to 240. The distance they are apart. So if you add the left hand side, you have 120t equal to 240. Divide through by 120, you have t equal to 2 hours. So total time, the starting time and the time they are apart at the speed of 240 kilometers, and that is 11 a.m. C is the correct option. Question 18. A solid cuboid has length 7 cm, width 5 cm, and height 4 cm. Calculate its total surface area. In terms of length, width, and height, total surface area of a cuboid is given in this manner. So you replace L, W, and H with what they stand for. If you multiply, you get this. If you add, you get this. And multiply by 2 again, you have 166 square centimeters. B is the correct option. Question 19. In the diagram, PQ is parallel S arrow. Find the value of S. This is the given diagram. In order to solve, we have this adjusted diagram by closing the side Q arrow. If you close that, you have angle of 90 here and angle of 90. You have 5 angles in this diagram. That means you have a pentagon. If you add the 5 angles together, the sum is equal to 540 degrees. So you have S plus 494 degrees equal to 540 degrees. Collect like terms, you have S equal to 540 degrees minus 494 degrees, and that is 46 degrees. Now you can do it this way. You can decide to bisect this place. If you bisect this place, here is also parallel. So this angle here is equal to 68. This angle is equal to S. If you add these 3 angles, the sum is equal to 360 degrees. Angles at a point. With this, you can also get the value of S easily. Question 20. Find the equation of the line parallel to 2y equal to 3 bracket open S minus 2 bracket close and passes through the point 2, 3. That is the coordinate 2, 3. Now, to find that equation, you need to get the gradient from the given line. So you rearrange it to the form of y equal to ms plus c, where m is the gradient. So you come here, you divide through by 2, and you have y equal to 3 over 2 times s minus 2. If you open the bracket, you have y equal to 3 over 2s. Now 3 over 2 times 2, you see 2 taking off 2, and you are left with minus 3. So therefore, m is equal to 3 over 2. Now, such equation can be formed using the point gradient form. already gradient is 3 over 2. If you look at this coordinate, the first point is s1 and the second point is y1. So you have it in this form. If you cross multiply, you have this result. You open brackets, you have this result. If you collect like terms or you transfer minus 6 to this side, it becomes plus 6, and minus 6 plus 6 is 0. So you are left with 2y equal to 3s. Divide through by 2, you have s equal to, you have y equal to 3 over 2s as the equation of the line. C is the correct option. Petakus Simplified Maths. If you are viewing and watching from YouTube, don't forget to subscribe for more updates from time to time. Like and share PSM videos. If you are viewing and watching from Facebook, follow and like the page for more updates as well. Also share PSM videos. Question 21. The expression 5s plus 3 over 6s bracket open s plus 1 will be undefined when s equals dash. For undefined expression, you equate denominator to 0. So you have 6s bracket open s plus 1 bracket close equal to 0. Divide through by 6, you have this result. If you equate each factor to 0, you have this result. If you transfer plus 1 to the right hand side, you have s equal to 0 or minus 1. B is the correct option. Question 22. A man is 5 times as old as his son. In 4 years' time, the product of their ages would be 340. If the son's age is y, express the product of their ages in terms of y. Solution: son's age is equal to y. From the first statement, the man is 5 times as old as his son. So the man's age is 5y. In 4 years' time, that means 4 will be added to their ages. So you have y plus 4 and 5y plus 4 respectively. In that time, the product of their ages is 340. That is y plus 4 times 5y plus 4 equal to 340. If you expand the left hand side, you have this result equal to 340. To have a proper quadratic equation, the right hand side is always 0. So if you add like terms, that is, if you add these two terms, you have 24 plus 16. You transfer this term in, it becomes negative. If you add, finally, you have 5y squared plus 24y minus 324 equal to 0. D is the correct option. Question 23. Simplify A over B minus B over A minus C over B. What you have here is fractions subtraction. To simplify, you simply find the LCM of BA or AB, and that is AB. What you do next is that you divide the LCM by each denominator, and your answer times the corresponding numerator. So you have AB, divide by B, you have A times A, you have A squared. The same AB, divide by a, you have b. B times b, that is b square. The sign there is negative. The same ab divide by b, you have a. A times c is ac. So you have a squared minus b squared minus ac over ab. Clearly, nothing else can be done, and what you have simply means that D is the correct option. Question 24. In the diagram, SYZ is an equilateral triangle of side 6 cm and T is the midpoint of SY. Find tan of angle SZT, that is tangent of this angle. In this triangle, all the sides are equal. Now we are to look at triangle SZT. In that triangle, ZS is already 6. Now SY is 6. T is the midway or midpoint. That means ST is equal to 3. To get the tangent, this is opposite, you need the adjacent. The trig ratio tan or tangent is defined as the ratio of opposite to adjacent. So ZT is needed, and that is by Pythagoras rule. You have the longest side, ZS squared equal to ZT squared plus TS squared. You replace ZS with 6 and TS by 3. You have this result. If you simplify and collect like terms, you have 36 minus 9 equal to ZT all squared, and you have 27 equal to ZT squared. To get ZD, to get ZT, you take the root of both sides, and ZT is equal to square root of 27. In surd form, you have 3 root 3. Now, tangent of angle SZT is opposite over adjacent. Opposite is TS, that is 3, and adjacent is ZT, and you have 3 root 3. By the time 3 cancel 3, you have 1 over root 3. A is the correct option. Question 25. A fence 2.4 meters tall is 10 meters away from a tree of height 16 meters. Calculate the angle of elevation of the top of the tree from the top of the fence. So you have this as the fence and you have the tree. So the distance of the fence from the tree is 10 meters. The distance or the height of the tree is 16 meters. Meanwhile, part of the fence is also in the tree from here down. So the remaining part becomes 16 minus 2.4, and that is 13.6. The angle of elevation of the top of the tree from the top of the fence, this is the angle of elevation. So you have this as opposite and this is adjacent. So tan theta is opposite over adjacent, and that is 13.6 over 10, and you have 1.36. To get the angle theta, you take the inverse or arctan of 1.36, and that is 53.67 degrees. The angle of elevation theta is simply 53.67 degrees. B is the correct option. Question 26. Fati buys milk at S naira per tin and sells each at a profit of Y naira. If she sells 10 tins of milk, how much does she receive from the sales? How much here is the selling price? We are interested in the selling price. Now, if she sells 10 tins, that means she bought 10 as well. So the cost price of 1 is S. So the cost price of 10 is 10S. The profit made is Y. Then for the 10, you have 10Y. Profit is always selling price minus cost price. So let's make selling price the subject, and you have selling price equal to profit plus cost price. That is 10Y plus 10S. In vertical order, you have 10S plus 10Y. You factor out 10. You have 10 bracket open, S plus Y bracket close in naira. D is the correct option. Question 27. If tan Y is positive and sin Y is negative, in which quadrant would Y lie? Solution. This diagram helps to answer that question correctly. This A means in the first quadrant, all the trig ratios, sine, cosine, and tangent are positive. In the second quadrant, sine is positive. That means tangent and cosine are negative in the second quadrant. In the third quadrant, tangent is positive. In the fourth quadrant, cosine is positive. So if tangent is positive in the third quadrant, it means sine is negative. So third quadrant is the correct answer, and that is option C. Question 28. The dimensions of a rectangular base of a right pyramid are 9 cm and 5 cm. If the volume of the pyramid is 105 cube centimeters, how high is the pyramid? That is the height. Solution. Volume of pyramid is equal to 1/3 times base area. Now the base area is area of a rectangle times perpendicular height. The volume is 105 equal to 1/3 the base area of a rectangle, length times breadth, that is 9 times 5 times the height. You divide 9 by 3, you have 3 here. So you have 105 equal to 3 times 5 times h. To get h, divide through by 3 times 5. You have it in this form, and that gives 7 centimeters. D is the correct option. Question 29. Each interior angle of a regular polygon is 168 degrees. Find the number of sides of the polygon. The sum of interior angle of a polygon is the numerator, while each interior angle you divide it by n. Now the interior angle, the sum is 168. equal to the right hand side. Multiply through by n to clear the fraction. You have this result. Open the bracket in the right hand side. You have this result. Collect like terms. You transfer minus 360 to the left. It becomes positive. Already 180n is there. You transfer plus this, it becomes minus 168n. If you subtract, you have this result. To get n, divide both sides by 12, and n is equal to 360 divided by 12, and that is 30. A is the correct option. Question 30. In the diagram, MN is parallel PQ. Angle MNP is equal to 2S, and angle NPQ is equal to 3S minus 15 degrees. Find the value of angle NPQ. That is this angle. To get this angle, value of S is first needed. That angle and this angle, they are equal. That is alternate angles. So you have 2S equal to 3S minus 50 degrees. If you open the bracket, you have this. Collect like terms, you have this. If you subtract, you have this. Therefore, angle NPQ is equal to 3S minus 50 degrees, and S is 50 degrees. So you have 3 times 50 degrees minus 50 degrees. So you have 150 degrees minus 50 degrees, and that is 100 degrees. D is the correct option. Petakus Simplified Maths. If you are viewing from YouTube or you are watching from there, subscribe for more details from time to time. Like and share PSM videos for more updates. If you are watching and view from Facebook, follow and like the page for more updates, and also share PSM videos. Question 31. The length of an arc of a circle of radius 3.5 is one whole number 19 over 36 centimeters. Calculate, correct to the nearest degree, the angle subtended by the arc at the center of the circle. Take pi equal to 22 over 7. This is the length of arc formula. In the question, the length of arc is given as a mixed fraction. If you convert it to improper fraction, you have 55 over 36. The angle is unknown over 360 times 2 times pi times radius 3.5. If you reduce 2 and 360, you have 180. If you divide 180 and 22 by 2, you have 11 remaining there, and here is 90. So clear the fractions by multiplying through by 36 to the other side and 19 times 7 to the other side. So you have it in this form. To get theta, divide through by 36 times 11 times 3.5. You have this result. If you multiply, you get this result, and when you divide, you have 25 degrees. C is the correct option. Question 32. In the diagram, PU is parallel to S arrow, PS parallel to T arrow, QS parallel to U arrow. U arrow is 15 cm, S arrow is 8 cm, PS is 10 cm, and area of triangle SU arrow is 24 square centimeters. Calculate the area of PT arrow S. PT arrow S is a parallelogram. PT, you have arrow S, and the area of parallelogram is the base times height. The height is needed before the area can be obtained. That is why the area of triangle SU arrow is given to you to enable you find the height. That triangle, the base is 8. So you have 1/2 times base times height as the area of triangle SU arrow, and is equal to 24, the value for the area. So you have 1/2 times 8 times height equal to 24. Divide 8 by 2, you are left with 4 times h equal to 24. Divide both sides by 4, h is equal to 24. Divide by 4, and that is 6. Therefore, area of parallelogram PTRS is equal to the base 8 times the height 6, and that is 48 square centimeters. B is the correct option. Question 33. In the diagram, PQ is a circle with center O. If angle OPQ is 48 degrees, find the value of M. Now, if O is the center, it means arrow P is a diameter and OP is a radius, OQ is also a radius. By that, triangle POQ is isosceles triangle. So you have the base angles, they are equal. So if here is 48, here is also 48. In that triangle, angle M is exterior, and you know that the exterior angle is equal to sum of the two opposite interior angles. All I have said will lead you to this point. So M is equal to 48 degrees plus 48 degrees, and that is 96 degrees. A is the correct option. Question 34. The pie chart shows the population of men, women, and children in a city. If the population of the city is 1,800,000, how many men are in the city? From the pie chart, number of men in the city is equal to sectorial angle for men over total angle 360 degrees times total population. So sectorial angle for men is needed. Total angles in the circle is 360 degrees. To get sectorial angle for men, you simply add 120 to 169 and subtract it from 360. That is what you have here, and you have 17. Therefore, number of men is equal to their sectorial angle 71 degrees over total angles 360 degrees times total population 1.8 million. If you multiply and divide, or you divide and multiply, you have 355,000 men in the city. C is the correct option. Question 35. The mean of the numbers 15, 21, 17, 26, 18, and 29 is 21. Calculate the standard deviation. The data are ungrouped, and as such, you can find the standard deviation using this formula. WAEC has already solved this question halfway for you. They have, because the mean is given to you as 21. So let's have a short table. You have S to represent the data point. By the formula, you need S minus S bar. S bar is the mean, so you subtract the mean from each value of S. So you have 15. 15 minus 21, you have minus 26. Minus 6. 21 minus 21 is 0, and so on. Then S minus S bar all squared means you squared everything here. Minus 6 squared is 36. 0 squared is 0. Minus 4 squared is 16. 5 squared is 25. Minus 3 squared is 9. 8 squared is 64. If you add together, summation means add, you have 150. Therefore, SD is equal to square root of 150 divided by 6, that is square root of 25, which is 5. C is the correct option, that is the standard deviation. Question 36. In the diagram, O is the center of the circle. SOQ is the diameter, and angle SRP is equal to 37 degrees. Find angle PSQ. PSQ, that is this angle. To get this angle, we have to look at triangle QSP. Already, this angle is equal to 37 angles in the same segment. If SOQ is diameter, it means this angle is 90 degrees. Angle in a semicircle. So you know two of the angles. To get this angle, if you add all the angles together, the sum is 180. Sum of angles in a triangle. All I have said put together will land you here and here as well. If you collect like terms, you have angle PSQ is equal to, if you add these two angles and transfer it, it becomes 180 degrees minus 127 degrees, and you have 53 degrees. C is the correct option. Question 37. Find the sum of the interior angles of a pentagon. For any regular polygon, the sum of interior angles is equal to n minus 2 times 180 degrees, or 2n minus 4 times 90 degrees. Pentagon has 5 sides. That means n is 5. So you have 5 minus 2 times 180 degrees. That is 3 times 180 degrees. And you have 540 degrees. C is the correct option. Question 38. The diameter of a sphere is 12 centimeters. Calculate correct to the nearest cube centimeters the volume of the sphere. Volume of sphere is given by 4/3 pi arrow cube. We need arrow, the radius, but in the question you have diameter. Radius is equal to diameter divided by 2. Divide 12 by 2, you have 6. Therefore, the volume is simply equal to 4/3 times the value of pi times radius cube, that is 6 cube. 4 times 22 is 88. 3 times 7 is 21 times 6 cube 216. You multiply and divide, you have 905.1428. To the nearest cube centimeters, we are interested in 905. 905, the next number is 1, is less than 5. You round it down to 0 and you have 905 cube centimeters as the volume of the sphere. A box contains 12 identical balls, of which 5 are red, 4 are blue, and the rest are green. Use this information to answer questions 39 and 40. Question 39. If a ball is selected at random from the balls, what is the probability that it is green? From the question, number of green balls, they are unknown, but you have the total and red with blue ball. So if you add red and blue and you subtract it from the total, you have green balls. This is what you have here, and the green balls are 3 in number. It follows that probability green ball is equal to number of green balls in the box over total balls, and that is 3/12, which simplifies to 1/4. D is the correct option. Question 40. If 2 balls are selected at random, one after the other with replacement, what is the probability that both are red? Both implies multiplication law. Then with replacement, that condition simply means that the total is not affected. After picking the first ball as red, you replace it before the next picking, so the total remains the same. Probability both red is equal to the first one is red, 5/12, number of red balls over total balls, times second is red, the same 5/12. If you multiply, you have 25/144. A is the correct option. Petakus Simplified Maths. If you are viewing and watching from YouTube, don't forget to subscribe for more updates from time to time. Like and share PSM videos. If you are viewing and watching from Facebook, follow and like the page for more updates. Also share PSM videos. Question 41. In the diagram, PQ is a straight line. If M is equal to 1/2 times S plus Y plus Z, find the value of M. from the question, since PQ is a straight line, if you add all the angles, the sum is 180 degrees. This is what you have here. Now, since M is expressed as the sum of S, Y, Z, let us make S, Y, Z the subject so that if you replace it, you can find M. You do that by simply transferring M to the right hand side. M is given to be this from the question. Now, everything here is equal to 180 plus M, and you have it here. So open the bracket with 1/2. So M is equal to 90 degrees minus 1/2M. You transfer this term to the left hand side, you have it in this form, equal to 90 degrees. If you add the left hand side, you have 3/2M equal to 90 degrees. To get M, multiply through by 2 to clear the fraction and divide both sides by 3. You have it in this form. If you reduce and multiply, you have 60 degrees. B is the correct option. Question 42. The points on a linear graph are as shown in the table. Find the gradient slope of the line. Gradient is computed using this formula, so you can take this one as the first coordinate, where S1 is 6.2 and Y1 is 3.9. You can take this as second coordinate, where S2 is 6.85 and Y2 is 5.20. You have it in this form. If you subtract, you get this, and when you divide, you have 2 as the gradient. B is the correct option. Question 43. In the diagram, O is the center of the circle. PQ and ROS are tangents to the circle. Find the value of M plus N. Solution. To find the value of M plus N, we need to adjust the diagram by marking 3 other angles. Now, anytime a tangent meets with a radius, the angle formed is always 90 degrees. So here is also 90. Because O is the center, this line must be a diameter. For that reason, angle S is 90 degrees. Angles in semicircle. So A plus N equal to 90. We don't need A, so let's make A the subject. So A is equal to 90 degrees minus N. B plus M, 90 degrees. We don't need B, so let's make B the subject, and B is equal to 90 degrees minus M. Then S is equal to 90 degrees, angle in semicircle. In that triangle, if you add the 3 angles A, B, and S, the sum is 180. So this is the value of A, this is the value of B, and you have M. We are interested in M plus N. So let's transfer minus M and minus N to the right hand side. They become positive. 90 plus 90 is 180. If you transfer this plus 180 in, it becomes minus 180 plus S. So clearly these two terms becomes 0. So S is equal to M plus N. And what is S? 90 degrees. Therefore, M plus N is equal to 90 degrees. B is the correct option. Question 44. In the diagram, O is the center of the circle. If angle NLM is 74 degrees, angle LMN 39 degrees, angle LOMS, find the value of S. To get S, we just need this angle because S is angle at center and is always twice angle at circumference. In triangle NLM, you know two of the angles, this angle and this angle. If you add the two plus this one, the sum is 180. You cannot get this. This is what you have here, and this, we are interested in this. If you transfer the sum of these two angles, you have the required angle equal to 180 degrees minus 113 degrees, and that is 67 degrees. Therefore, S is equal to 2 times angle LNM, and that is S times S is equal to 2 times 67 degrees, and that is 134. This is the reason why S is twice angle LNM. So A is the correct option. Question 45. Which of the following is not a sufficient condition for two triangles to be congruent? If you are familiar with similar and congruent triangle, you understand that D is the correct option. SSA, that is a side, another side, and angle. Question 46. A woman received a discount of 20% on a piece of cloth she purchased from a shop. If she paid $525, what was the original price? What was the original price? Remember, from that price, she received a discount of 20%. So let the price be S. So if the discount of 20% is removed, it means the cost, the original cost, is 80% of S, the original price. So you have 80% of S equal to the amount that she paid. 80% means 80 over 100 times S equal to 525. You simplify 80 over 100, you get 4 over 5 times S equal to 525. You multiply through by 5 to clear fraction and divide both sides by 4, and you have S equal to this. You multiply, you get this, and when you divide, you have $656.25. Question 47. The interquartile range of a distribution is 7. If the 25th percentile is 16, find the upper quartile. Now, interquartile range is simply the upper quartile, which is 75th percentile, minus lower quartile, the 25th percentile. From the question, the interquartile range is 7. Upper quartile is unknown. The lower quartile is 16. If you transfer minus 16 to the left hand side, you have 7 plus 16 equal to upper quartile, and upper quartile is 23. C is the correct option. The graph of the equations y equal to 2s plus 5 and y equal to 2s squared plus s minus 1 are shown. Use this information to answer questions 48 and 49. So you have question 48. Find the point of intersection of the two graphs. Now you have the point of intersection in coordinate form, the way the options are given. So before the point of intersection, you need to understand the scale that was used to plot this graph. With what I'm saying now, on the y-axis you have 2 centimeters to 5 units, and on the x-axis 2 centimeters to 1 unit. On the y-axis, if 2 cm is 5 units, it means that one line is 0.5, and that implies that 2 lines will give you 1. And on the x-axis, one line is 0.1. So this is one point of intersection. If you trace it down, okay, let's start from the other side, anyone anyway. So from this point, if you trace it down, you have minus 1.5, and if you trace to the y-axis where the line is, if you count it, okay, this is where the line is now, point of intersection. It is the 4th line from the origin. So if one line is 0.5 and 2 lines will give you 1, it means 4 lines becomes 2. So that point, when s is minus 1.5, y is 2. Then if you come here, if you trace this point down, you have 2 when s is 2. So you trace y. If you trace y to the y-axis, you see that it is 9. It is 9. That is 2 lines before 10. 2 lines before 10. So if one line is 0.5 and 2 lines is 1, that 1 from 10, or you count it from 5, 2 lines is 1, next 2 lines 6, you have 9. So when s is 2, y is 9. When s is minus 1.5, y is 2. By this, A is the correct option. Question 49. If s is equal to minus 2.5, what is the value of y on the curve? You simply locate minus 2.5, that is this point, and you trace it to meet the curve. At the point of intersection, you trace it to the y-axis, and that point is 9. Notice that on the y-axis, 2 lines will give you 1. If you count from 5, you have 9 at that point. So C is the correct option. Question 50. If s plus 2 is a factor of s squared plus ps minus 10, find the value of p. To get the value of p, it means you must get s value. To get s value, you simply equate the given factor to 0, and s is equal to minus 2. For that reason, you also equate the given expression to 0, and it becomes an equation. If you replace s with minus 2, you have it in this form. When you simplify, you have this 4 minus 10 is minus 6. You transfer minus 2p to the right hand side, you have plus 2p. Divide through by 2. P is equal to minus 3. B is the correct option. Petakus Simplified Maths. If you are viewing and watching from YouTube, don't forget to subscribe for more updates. From time to time, like and share PSM videos. If you are viewing and watching from Facebook, follow and like the page for more updates. Also share PSM videos. To earn this paper, there is every need for you to be saved. And to be saved, all you need to do is to give your life to the Lord Jesus Christ and confess Him as your Lord and personal Savior every day of your life. If you are saved already, congratulations. Live righteously and be prepared, because on the last day, some will be taken and some will be left. Take good care of yourself. Stay out of trouble. Study your books. Do the needful at all times. Flee every appearance of evil. Don't defraud others to make money. Use your hands and your brain to work genuinely and legally, and the Lord will bless you. Goodbye and stay tuned.